Okay.
Good. Today we're going to talk with Brian Steeves, who currently chairs the All Volunteer District 196 Foundation Board of Directors. He has a long history of public service. He's executive director of the University of Minnesota's Board of Regents, and before that, he held positions with the state of Minnesota, City of Minneapolis, and U.S. Department of Agriculture. He's the proud parent of a recent 196 graduate, as well as a current Apple Valley School junior. A passionate advocate for public education, Brian holds a bachelor's degree from Minnesota State University Moorhead and a master's degree from the University of Minnesota's Hubert H. Humphrey School of Public Affairs. Welcome, Brian.
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the District 196 Foundation any chance I get. As noted, the District 196 Foundation is an entirely volunteer effort. And really, it is the only charitable organization dedicated entirely to eliminating barriers to learning across the District 196 school district. There are a number of other charitable entities associated with various schools, and those are wonderful as well. And they do work that's important in that school building or in various, for various student populations. But this is the only entity devoted to eliminating barriers all across the district. We have, as an all-volunteer effort, we have very, very few dollars that go toward any kind of administrative activity. And in fact, most every dollar we raise is going directly back to priorities that are actually identified by district leadership. So we work very closely with district leadership to determine what kinds of funding is needed, where that funding can have the greatest impact, and how to deploy those dollars to greatest effect. And I'll just talk a little bit about some of the initiatives that we've been working on. So the longest standing initiative we've had is related to the weekend food program. And we've been working for many years to ensure that students don't face hunger as a barrier to learning when they go home over the weekend. And so that weekend food program is one that ensures that they have a bag full of food in their backpack when they go home on the weekend, and that doesn't impact their ability to make academic progress. And so just in terms of that particular initiative, $215 a year is what it costs to ensure that a student has weekend food throughout a school year. Another initiative that we've been working on for a number of years is related to the summer reading program, and that is to provide students who maybe need a little extra help with reading appropriate or reading level appropriate material and books that they can have over the summer. They take those books, they're identified by a teacher. So the student and the teacher, I think, pick out the books together. And then that student is able to take those books home, keep those books, have them over the summer, have access to that kind of reading material. And it helps combat that summer slide that takes place when they leave school in May or June, and then they come back in September and maybe they haven't read anything, and all of a sudden they're set back several months. And by having access to the right kind of reading material at the right level, they're able to keep up with that and hopefully not have that summer slide take place. So $30 is what yields 10 books for a student over the summer for the summer reading program. And so that's a fairly modest investment, but one that yields big dividends in having these students have access to reading material. We also participate or work with the Band for All program and refurbish instruments to provide students who maybe can't afford to participate in the arts if they didn't have the funds to buy an instrument. And so just $25 provides the funding needed to refurbish an instrument and put that in the hands of a student who maybe wants to learn the trombone or the trumpet or the flute or whatever. And that would be the kind of thing where maybe their family can't afford to go and buy or rent one of those instruments, but this Band for All program that we partner with refurbishes donated instruments and puts it in their hands, and that gives them the gateway to be in the arts. We've also participated in other efforts. We worked with district leadership to provide the funding to install feminine hygiene product dispensers in all of the bathrooms district-wide. This was actually an initiative of some Egan High School students who came forward and identified this as a barrier to learning, that having access to feminine hygiene products in our district buildings, where they pointed out that there were buildings that did not have those kinds of materials and machines available, that was a barrier to learning. And so we funded the installation of the equipment and the initial round of supplies, and the district is then going to restock and supply that in an ongoing way. And so again, another initiative where we could then eliminate a barrier to learning, or hopefully try to eliminate barriers to learning. So we do a lot of things. We work hard at it. We just have a small, mighty volunteer board doing this work. And we certainly invite you to, if you're so inclined, to support our efforts, help us help you as teachers and faculty and staff all throughout the district. Help those students that you see in the hallways each day that need some help and assistance, and we'll do the best we can to keep deploying those dollars to the areas of greatest need. Lisa, I think you're muted.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you very much for taking the time this afternoon to talk with us about District 196 Foundation. I want to remind you that District 196 Gives is our yearly annual campaign, and it's our chance to give back and share. So I hope you'll consider District 196 Foundation in your gifts. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.
All right. Thank you.